Hello and welcome to another Tunisian crochet tutorial. This is another pattern crochet tutorial, and in this one I'm going to show you how to do the Modwen cushion. So we will go over the basic stitch pattern for the Modwen cushion. For this pattern I'm using a chunky weight yarn. I use the Lovecrafts special in cream. So this is one color. I'm using pale rose and denim. Okay, so this stitch pattern might seem quite intricate. It has got a plaid-like look. However, it's essentially a few row repeat. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the stitch pattern. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So first you need to, according to the pattern, you need to start with your color A. For me this is cream, and you will chain 54. I'm not going to chain all 54 because this would take way too long, so I'm only going to show you on a small sample. So for this stitch pattern, if you would like to make the sample larger or smaller, it's actually quite easy. You need to chain an even number of stitches. So for the pattern it's 54. I'm going to show you with the number of stitches of 10. And if you need to make your cushion smaller or bigger, or you use a different weight of yarn and adjust the number of stitches, just remember that it needs to be an even number of stitches. So I'm going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Also, if you follow the pattern, you will need to use a cable, because I'm only chaining 10 for the demonstration. I don't need to extend my hook with the cable. However, you will need one for your pattern. Okay, so now the foundation row of Tunisian crochet is worked into the back bumps of the chain stitches. This is my preferred method for the foundation row. However, it's not essential to do it this way if you prefer a different way of doing your foundation row or your cast on row. Okay, so we worked into the back bumps of your chain stitches. And throughout this pattern we use a standard written pass. So that's what I'm going to do. So we need to chain 1 and then yarn over and pull through 2 all the way to the back. Okay, like so. So this brings us back to the beginning of our row. So that was foundation row, or row 1 of the pattern. For row 2, we keep our cream color on the hook, and we are going to do Tunisian simple stitch all the way across. Okay, Tunisian simple stitch is worked as inserting hook from right to left under your front vertical bar. You yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay, and you repeat this all the way to the last stitch, which is in the pattern referred to as your end stitch. Okay, so we are almost there. With the end stitch you need to turn your fabric towards yourself and work under both of these bars. The reason why we do this is to keep your edges neat, okay, on both sides. Okay, and again your standard return pass. Okay, and we are going to be at the end of our standard return pass. We are going to be changing colors. So what we do, we work the standard return pass all the way until the last 2 loops on our hook. So got last 2 loops, and then we are going to be bringing your color B. For me the color B is pale rose. Okay, so what you do, you make a loop. Some prefer a slip knot. I prefer to only work with the loop because it introduces less bulk into the project. I don't like when I'm using a slip knot and there is that extra knot. So, but again, it's up to you what you prefer. So I'm going to make my loop and I'm going to put it on the hook and pull through the last 2 loops. Okay, so you also need to adjust the size of your chain on the hook to make it nice and even. And then what I also prefer to do is, before I start working with this color, I like to wrap the color around the 2 strands to secure it. Okay, so this is what I do. I secure it and then I hold it down like so. Okay, now we are going to be working the stitch pattern for row 3, and that is 1 Tunisian slanted, one Tunisian slip stitch and Tunisian simple stitch all the way to the last stitch, and then we do end stitch. Okay, so Tunisian slip stitch is worked very easily. You basically just insert the hook from right to left under your front vertical bar, and you keep it there. Okay, and then Tunisian simple and Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple and Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple and Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple. Now we are going to be doing our end stitch, so under both bars. Okay, and standard return pass. And on our way back, we need to change back to color A. Okay, so we chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2 all the way to the back, and then we swap our colors back to cream. Okay, so we've got last 2 loops. We take our cream, soap it with the pale rose, and pull through 2. Okay, so for the next row, which is row 4, we'll be working Tunisian simple and Tunisian slip. Okay, so Tunisian simple, Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple, Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple, Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple, and Tunisian slip stitch and end stitch, like so. Okay, we yarn over and chain 1 or pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, all the way to the back. Okay, and when we get to the end of row 4, to the end of your return pass, you will need to again change to color B, which is pale rose. You pull through 2 and you repeat your row 3. Okay, so row 3 was 1 Tunisian slip and 1 Tunisian simple. So we do slip and simple, slip and simple, slip and simple, slip and simple, and then we do our edge stitch. Okay, like so, and standard return pass. Okay, all the way to your last 2 stitches, and then you change back to your cream. And with the cream we repeat row 4, which was Tunisian simple first and then slip, Tunisian simple, slip, Tunisian simple, slip, Tunisian simple, slip, and end stitch. And now we are going to be again standard return pass until the last 2 loops, where we are going to be changing to our color C. Okay, color C for me is denim. So I'm going to again prepare myself a small loop, place it on the hook, pull through, adjust the yarn, and again I like to wrap the new yarn around the 2 strands like so. Okay, so with the new color we are going to be repeating row 3. So with the colors you always, with your colors you always do row 3, you repeat row 3, and with the neutral, which is for me is cream, I will be repeating row 4. Okay, so row 3 is Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple, Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple, Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple, Tunisian slip, Tunisian simple, and edge stitch. Okay, like so. So as you can see, there are 2 rows in the pale row or pale rows now, and I'm going to be doing 2 rows in the denim, and that is interspersed with the cream. Okay, so we are on our return pass. Okay, to last 2 loops, and then we pick up our cream and we do row 4 of our cream, which is Tunisian simple, slip, Tunisian simple, slip, Tunisian simple. So you might have noticed already that you always do with the same color simple Tunisian simple stitches and slip stitches into the yarn of the opposite color, the one that you're alternating with. Okay, so it's easy to remember where you are in the pattern. You remember that you need to always do Tunisian simple into the same color. Okay, we are at the end of our row, so we are swapping back to our denim, like so. Okay, and now we are going to be doing first repeating row 3, so we need to do slip and simple, slip and simple, slip and simple, slip and simple, like so. Okay, and end stitch, and we are going to be doing standard return pass again. So this is the basic stitch pattern. So we are now getting to the end of the stitch repeat. So you will be repeating this. Now you will need to change back to the cream, but basically this is the essential stitch pattern for the Modwen cushion. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to now show you what you do for the last few rows and how to finish the project. Okay, so this stitch combination of the pale rose with the cream, pale rose, cream, this is and then the color, the pale rose will be changed to denim. This is the basic stitch pattern. So this is how you're going to basically create the body of your project. And now I'm going to pretend as if I've done the one part of the cushion cover, and I'm going to be doing the last few rows. Okay, so the last few rows is basically we are getting to the stage where we had the denim of the last repeat of the denim, and now we are going to be changing to the pale rose. So this will be the row 58, and again we will do one repeat of row 4. So we will do Tunisian simple, slip, Tunisian simple, slip, Tunisian simple, slip, Tunisian simple, slip, and stitch. Okay, so this would be your row 58, and return pass. And now we are going to be repeating basically the beginning of our project, where we started with row of Tunisian simple stitch. So we are going to be doing one entire row of Tunisian simple stitch in cream, like so, on your forward pass. Okay, and now we are going to be doing our return pass. So that's return pass for row 58. Okay, oh sorry, 59. apology. So this would be row 59 of 1 row of Tunisian simple stitch. Okay, and now Tunisian simple stitch bind off. Okay, so we work under the front vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, and we pull it through the loop which is already on the hook. Okay, and we do this for the entire row all the way to the end. So this row has only forward pass, this row doesn't have a return pass. Okay, and we repeat this all the way to the end of the row, and that's the end of your project. Okay, so for this cushion you will need to make two parts, the front and the back, which are identical. So you make this twice, and then you use locking mattress stitch to basically join 3 sides. So you join your right, top and left, and about inch and a half at the bottom as well, and then you place a zip in between, and voila, and that's your cushion cover done. This project can be done very quickly in a few evenings because we are using a bulky weight yarn. Okay, so it's a great option for last minute present, and it's very stylish and chic home decor item. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stitch tutorial. You can find the full pattern on my blog at www.exquisitecrochetuk.com. Thank you very much, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.